What's going on, guys? This is Erie Better Beer Bureau, back at you with another beer review. I'm Pat.
And I'm Maury. Today we got one from Deschutes out of Bend, Oregon. This is their Black Butte Anniversary 26. Ale brewed with pomegranate molasses, 50% aged in bourbon barrels, blended with ale with cocoa nibs and cranberry added. So we've had some of the prior Black Buttes. This one has a best after date of June of this year, 2015. We're going to break some rules, and we'll tell you how we think it's drinking right now. Certainly fruity.
Yeah, a lot of, almost like a blackberry aroma on it.
You know, it's not, it has a kind of molasses type of sweetness. Kind of get that pomegranate note.
Kind of like a currant or a fig on it, you know?
Yeah.
There is a tinge of an alcohol aroma on this, too.
A little bit, yeah. And I'm not sure what we got here. 10.8% alcohol on this.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's not real roasty or hoppy or anything like that. It really is quite fruity. A little bit of a molasses, pomegranate, currant, blackberry. I get you on all
you
those.
Know, and I'm getting a little bit of an oak and a little bit of a vanilla. And it's like a charred oak.
Yeah,
kind of.
I definitely got the vanilla. Cheers. Wow. I'll tell you what. The pomegranate molasses and the cranberry really come out on the taste for me on this thing. It definitely is a fruit forward dark beer.
Yeah, you're getting all those flavors up front on the sip whenever you taste this. You don't get any of the real like oaky, roasty, or kind of the char flavor until way into the back end on this beer. But the whole, front of your taste and the mid taste is full of those dark fruity flavors.
Wow.
And I know we got a little bit of the alcohol in the nose. You can't taste it on.
No, this thing is easy drinking. Matter of fact, I'm getting not much bourbon or oak on the taste at all. Really, it for me, I get those sweet molasses-like flavors, the fruity flavors, maybe a hint of a roast in there, but
yeah, really for the oak, I'm in the aftertaste almost. I'm getting a hit of like a toasty oak.
Yeah,
but while you're drinking it, it's pretty well dominated by
maybe a little bit of an oaky dryness on the back end too. I think it was 24 of this series that had the orange rind or the orange peel in it. That was a real interesting one. But this one, other than that one, this one might be the most. They all have fruits in them. Usually dates, figs. This year they went a little bit different with the pomegranate molasses, the cranberry. This is the fruitiest one I can remember having since the one with the orange rind in it.
It's almost like they dumped like berry fruit snacks into the batch while they were brewing it. I do enjoy this beer. I do wish it had more balance out of it. There's a lot of sweetness going on in this beer. Granted, it's not sweet enough that you'd call it cloying or sugary or anything like that. But pretty much this beer is fairly well dominated by the dark fruity sweetness going on. Now, I do like some of the flavors going on. You don't get a lot of pomegranate flavors in a lot of beers here. There is a hint of a almost like a charred oak or a very faint roasty bitterness on the back end. What this beer really needs. I wish there was more of that. I wish there was just a little bit more balance out of the flavor. But overall, it's a pretty enjoyable beer, especially half barrel aged. Also wish I had a little more bourbon character out of it. But that being said, I'll give it a 3.75 out of 5. Another solid beer from Deschutes.
Well, I'm going to agree with Pat's score. I'm going to give it a 3.75. However, I actually think it's pretty balanced. I don't find it to be, even despite all the fruity flavors going on, I don't find it to be too sweet at all. It does have kind of, I don't even know if it's just I wouldn't say it's an intense roast, but there's some type between the oak and the roasted malts. There's just some type of bitterness on that back end that really helps it to be quite a balanced beer for me. The things I could use out of this beer is I could use a little bit more. I know it's only 50% barrel aged, but I'm struggling to get bourbon on the taste really at all. And, I know it's only in a porter, but it's a 10.8 Imperial Porter. I could use a touch more body out of it too. But it is a pretty good beer, so I'm going to give it a 3.75. Till next time. Cheers.